All I did was move in, and somehow I became the enemy. One day I'm sipping my coffee on the deck, watching sunlight hit the water, thinking, man, I finally made it. The next, there's a woman on my lawn, waving a clipboard and rattling off rules like she's auditioning for Judge Judy, except nobody's laughing. She's not asking questions. She's building a case, brick by brick, and I've never seen anything like it. I'd barely unpacked my last box, and already the neighborhood felt more like a set for Survivor. Suburbia than the peaceful lakeside escape I'd dreamed about. You ever feel that, moving somewhere new? Like you just showed up at the wrong house party and everyone's too polite, or too afraid, to tell you. Moving to Lakeside Ranch was supposed to be a fresh start, you know? This place wraps around a central lake, docks stretching out into water, so clear you almost forget the city ever existed. The clubhouse looks like something off a postcard. Stone, wood, fairy lights, the whole deal. Every house sits just far enough apart you can't hear your neighbors' late-night arguments about trash day, and after years of shoebox apartments with paper-thin walls, that felt like a lottery win. I bought the place sight unseen, crazy, right? But after a decade of staring at computer screens and dodging city drama, I just wanted peace. Room to breathe. I guess I didn't read the fine print about who runs the show. Day 3, I'm knee-deep in boxes, searching for my decent coffee mug when the door starts shaking at 7:30 a.m. Not knocking, mind you. Pounding, like someone's trying to wake up the dead. I open the door, and there she is, business casual, clipboard, phone out, and already recording, like I'm some kind of audit risk. She looks at me like I'm a broken spreadsheet. Your property is already violating 3 community standards, she says, before I can even say good morning. Her name's Donna, and man, you'd think she was the sheriff, judge, and jury of Lakeside Ranch all rolled into one. I follow her as she points out my dock, 6 feet long, just like everyone else's, then my fence, which is apparently 2 inches too low, and finally my gate, which swings the wrong way. According to Donna and her 3-ring binder of rules, I'm out $75 before I've even learned the names of my neighbors. I laugh, thinking this has to be a prank. But she's stone-cold serious, already citing codes and snapping photos. Welcome to the community, I guess. And it just escalates. She'd already stuck a violation notice on my dock, dated yesterday, before we'd ever met. That's when it hit me. This isn't just one woman with a power trip. This is a system. We monitor all waterfront properties for compliance, she tells me, scanning the lake like she owns every molecule of water. I realize, standing on that dock, that maybe I hadn't found freedom at all, just someone else's kingdom. Next morning, there's another violation posted, but now I'm ready with my phone. I catch her in the act, trespassing before dawn, trying to pretend this is normal. Her fines double overnight. Now I'm up to $125 for what? A decorative barrel and a fence that looks just like everyone else's? But it's the way she operates that really rattles me. Timed inspections, telephoto lenses, pre-printed violation slips with my address. She's got the precision of a Navy SEAL and the empathy of an IRS agent. Soon my neighbors are avoiding eye contact. Margaret only offers quick smiles and a whispered, careful, best not to stand out. Bob, who used to wave, now crosses the street when he sees me. The HOA has its own Facebook group with real-time violation tracking, aerial shots of my dock popping up from every angle. Some nights I wonder if a drone's gonna fly through my window. But the worst is the isolation. The more Donna targets me, the more the rest of the neighborhood disappears, afraid of becoming next on her list. The HOA doesn't act like a community board. They're more like a shadow government. Anonymous messages start trickling in. She won't stop until you're gone. Stories of other families who'd lost thousands, been driven out, houses sold undervalued just to escape the harassment. 8 out of 10, one guy told me. 8 out of 10 targeted families eventually gave up. The fines keep coming, $25, $50, $100, then doubling. The threat of foreclosure is spelled out in lawyer speak. If I don't comply, they can take my house. The escalation is relentless. Then Tom shows up. He's a city planning specialist, been quietly documenting HOA abuses for years. Turns out, the people getting targeted aren't random. They're newcomers, folks without connections, people who might be vulnerable, people like me. Tom gives me the first real break I've had. His evidence shows the same pattern, over and over. Harassment, legal threats, then forced sales. And he's got receipts. That's when I finally lawyer up. Martinez, my attorney, recognizes the pattern right away, not just HOA overreach, but violations that could be federal. He digs into my paperwork, finds something Donna and her lawyer either didn't know or pretended not to. I bought this property in 1998. The HOA didn't even exist until 2003. They can't enforce rules on a property that predates their own charter. Still, Donna doesn't back down. The harassment escalates. Martinez digs deeper and finds out there have been disputes before, residents who challenged the HOA and mysteriously decided to leave. Meanwhile, my own case files are growing. Videos of Donna trespassing at sunrise, audio recordings of her threatening serious consequences if I don't comply, neighbors whispering warnings on their way to the mailbox. It's less community and more spy thriller at this point. Then one day, everything blows up. I catch Donna on my property, setting up a full-on surveying operation, tripods, measuring tape, clipboard, the whole scene. She's recording me, but I've got my phone rolling too. She gets bold, blocking my dock access, standing between me and the water, holding her phone out like she's daring me to react. This is private ranch property, I tell her, showing my deed. She ignores me, keeps measuring, more for show than substance. Now, the neighbors are gathering, peeking from their docks. The tension is thick as soup. Donna's face goes red. She pulls something out of her jacket, a black metallic object, and points it at me. The whole world stops. I don't know if it's a gun or pepper spray, but every instinct in my body screams danger. Mrs. Patterson films the whole thing from the clubhouse deck. Donna shouts, "You will follow ranch rules or face serious consequences," voice full of venom. It's not just about property lines anymore. It's intimidation. Cops show up. Officer Rodriguez, thank God, is sharp. He reviews the video, reads my deed, and immediately flips the script. This is criminal stalking, not a neighborhood dispute, he says, eyes never leaving Donna as she fumbles for excuses. She tries to grab his body cam. He cuffs her on the spot. The neighbors are stunned. That night, the video of the confrontation goes viral. 100,000 views in 48 hours. People across the country sharing stories of their own HOA nightmares. You know what I mean? It's like we'd all been waiting for someone to finally stand up. But the story's just getting started. Suddenly, I'm fighting on 3 fronts. The HOA, my job, thanks to anonymous complaints about my character, and legal bills that threaten to bankrupt me. Sarah, my girlfriend, comes by with tears in her eyes, says, "Is it worth it?" I wish I had a better answer. The stress is crushing. But quietly, support builds. Margaret organizes secret group texts. Bob brings me old board meeting notes slipped under my door. Tom reveals emails between Donna and a company called Hamilton Lake Properties, who want to buy up ranch land for a luxury resort. $12 million on the line if they can clear out the troublemakers. Martinez uncovers a bombshell. The land under the clubhouse, boat storage, and most amenities, still owned by my family trust. My grandfather built this place, left it to us. The HOA never bought or leased it. They've been squatting for 18 years, charging fees for land they don't even own. Legally, they've got no more authority than the pizza delivery guy. Donna's empire collapses overnight. The HOA's own lawyer flips when faced with the evidence. Federal investigators swoop in. The community learns Donna's been funneling tens of thousands in dues into harassment campaigns and taking kickbacks from the developer. When the dust settles, the HOA's gone, Donna's facing charges, and the community elects Bob as president. Fees drop. People actually show up for lake cleanups and barbecues, and for the first time, neighbors wave without checking over their shoulders. Martinez turns my case into a blueprint for fighting back, and I get invited to speak at conferences about property rights, of all things. Even TechFlow Solutions, my job, calls back with an apology and a promotion, admitting they were wrong. Every so often, I catch myself staring out over the water, mug in hand, and think, did all that really happen? There's a scar on this place now, but there's also pride. Not the HOA kind, real pride. We turned fear into a real community. But sometimes, I still wonder, when does power turn neighbor into enemy? And what would you do if someone tried to tell you what you can and can't do on land you've earned? Drop a comment. Seriously, I want to hear your thoughts. Justice, revenge, community, where's the line? And if you're dealing with your own HOA horror story, stay stubborn, keep receipts, and never let anyone else draw your property line. Thanks for sticking around for the ride. And hey, share this story with someone who could use a reminder. Sometimes the only way out is straight through.